Welcome to Devotions from Israel, a 5-minute word of encouragement. Today's devotion comes from Mark chapter 1 and 2. I love the stories in the Gospels where Jesus is displayed with authority. Mark 1 and Mark 2 capture some of these events where we see Jesus in this city of Capernaum. Capernaum, as it's pronounced in Hebrew, the village of Nahum, was the primary city from which Jesus based his ministry. Here, especially in the Sea of Galilee area. Mark 1, Mark 2, Luke 7, John 6, even Mark 9, and maybe even Luke 8 are all stories that took place in this town called Capernaum. But Mark 1 and 2 are three of the stories where we see Jesus display his authority. I want you to know that Jesus still displays his authority when we call upon him. In this first story of Mark 1, they're in the synagogue, even though the synagogue today that we visit is either late 4th or early 5th century A.D. Archaeologists have found ruins below this level of a synagogue, by the way, that most likely date to the 1st century. But in the synagogue is where this demonic man recognizes who Jesus was. In fact, let me read portions of Mark 1. They went to Capernaum, and when the Sabbath came, Jesus went into the synagogue and began to teach. The people were amazed at his teaching because he taught them as one who had authority. Just then, a man in the synagogue, who was possessed by an evil spirit, cried out, "What do you want with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." "Be quiet," said Jesus sternly. "Come out of him." And the evil spirit shook the man violently and came out of him with a shriek. And the people were all amazed that they asked each other, "What is this? A new teaching and with authority?" After this story, Jesus then goes to the home of Peter, where he displays another type of authority. This type, the authority to heal. And Peter's mother-in-law is healed. And then in chapter 2, a few days later, when Jesus again entered Capernaum, the people heard that he had come home. So many were gathered that there was no room left, not even outside the door, and he preached the word to them. This is the story where some men, 4 friends of this man who couldn't walk, they put him on a mat, they made a hole in the roof, and they lowered him down to Jesus. And once again, Jesus displays authority. But this time, not only is authority to heal displayed, because this man gets up and walks, in amazement of everyone, by the way, but Jesus does something even more special here. He displays authority to forgive sins. Now, in that culture, everyone thought, who could forgive sins but God alone? But not the case. Jesus, God's Son, forgives this man, and this man is healed also spiritually. His sins are forgiven. So call upon the authority of Jesus today in your life. Perhaps it is to be healed physically, but much more importantly, call upon him so that you can be healed spiritually. He cares for you. He is compassionate for you. Turn your life and your needs over to Him. Until next time, Shalom.